there are 4 fundamental pillars that I want us to pull out of that story. 4 fundamental principles that if you bring into your personal selling life and Scandia's selling life, you will be effective. What are those 4 things? What was it that made the Battle of Waterloo so successful? Step number 1, credibility. Credibility. Wellington had credibility. People wanted to follow him. In his case, they thought if anybody could keep him alive, it was Wellington. You have to be credible as an organization and individually. If we do not have credibility with our prospects, it's done. Right then, right there, it's done. So I want you to ask yourself in your mind's eye, how do your prospects see you? Are you credible in their eyes? Today we're going to talk about how to build some credibility. But you have to be credible not only as a company, product and service, but also you individually. People buy from people they trust. People buy from people they like. Credibility. Step number 2, pillar number 2, vision. Vision. Wellington knew where he was going. He knew exactly where he was going, and he was able to communicate to that to people to where they went with him. Vision. We have to know where we're going as a company and individually. And quite frankly, you know where you're going as a company. But today we're going to let you work on your goals. We're going to talk about goals today so you know exactly where you are going. And then we're going to help you actually get that into your Lotus Notes that you worked on yesterday so you'll be much more effectively when you start the ground running in a couple days. Number 3, coaching. Coaching. Wellington was a coach. He got these guys to do something that most people thought was impossible. Coaching. You have to bring coaching to your life. And you have to do it in 2 ways. One is what we're doing here today. Look at your leadership staff. They are here to coach you. They are here to support you, to give you the resources you need to be effective, to succeed. But that's not enough, is it? You have to coach yourself. You have to continually grow and develop yourself. Lifelong learning is the way you're going to succeed. Research shows that in 24 hours, you're going to forget about 50% of what we do here today. About 24 hours after that, you're going to forget another 50%. A couple weeks, some of you are going to deny you're even here. Similar. What's similar? I don't remember that. Now that's kind of frustrating, isn't it? And so lifelong learning is the key. Now let me give you a little more research. If you commit to reading 1 book a month, just 1 book, in whatever area you want to develop yourself in, say selling, if you read 1 selling book a month, in 5 years you'll be in the top 5% experts in selling in the world. That's power. Now what kind of commitment are we talking about? For the average reader, about 15 to 30 minutes a day. That's it. About 15 to 30 minutes a day. But you can even have a little bit more time saving. How many of you listen to audio programs in your car? As salespeople, it's got to be your best friend. Step 3 is you have to coach yourself as well. Number 4, the 4th pillar, unity. Unity. There was no success and would not have been any success at the Battle of Waterloo if the reinforcements hadn't arrived. But that united front is what made that successful. Dr. Stephen Covey of the 7 Habits fame, he calls that synergy, that we are stronger together than any of us are individually. And as Hilmar mentioned, that's what we want to do here today. We want to come up with a synergistic selling strategy for Scandia so that everybody's on the same page. And then that unity is what's going to take us over the top. Credibility, vision, coaching, and unity. Keep those 4 pillars in mind as we go through this day. And keep asking yourself, how am I doing on the 4 pillars? How can I improve on the 4 pillars? How can I develop my 4 pillars?